I just got off of this one-on-one session. And I'm sorry for the pauses, but man, this thing blew me away. If I look sleepy, I am. You know, these deliverance sessions are so heavy. That's why I don't try to do them. Like, I'm not really trying to hear your childhood traumas. And I know you want to pay me and hear about all this mess. I don't really want to hear it. And when I do, I'm like traumatized. Okay. um, so I just had a session and these witches for the first time told me where they get their blood. They're buying it online and they're buying it from places like Uganda and South Africa. So when they do rituals, they use blood or body parts and they're buying it online. And the first person bought the blood in, oh my goodness. Okay, the blood came out of Uganda and it was a orphanage site. The website advertised orphans. So it's not like, a blood bank. No, they're advertising orphans. So they had a code 255614 is body parts, 488916 is hair, baby's hair. 154682 is our heart. And that's $4,500. Oh, the blood is $1,200. An unalived little girl is $1,200. And a living girl, I can't remember how much she costs. But the code for the living girl is 3636 3636. A brain. If you want a brain, the code is 254613. I'm laughing, but is this real? Is this real? This is crazy. But it's like in it's in a corner on the site or something like that. Like, if you see that, I need somebody to go check this out. Look up these adoption agencies in other countries and see if you see these little codes. I'm not sure if it's a countrywide code, but I guess if you're looking for these parts or whatever, you can type in these codes some kind of place and see where to actually get this stuff from. So that was the first. That was the first that came up. 55196 was the blood. 55196, $1,500. So this person was cursed by a woman doing rituals, or women. It was like a whole coven, of sisters and a mom doing witchcraft. And they needed blood, right? So they got their blood online through an adoption agency in Uganda. I don't know if this video is going to keep going, but if they don't shut this thing down. But yeah, so I don't know if they're going to let this go, but I don't even know how to talk in code with stuff like this. How do you talk in code? Anyway, so this coven of sisters and a mom, that's where they got their stuff, the blood that they used in their rituals. And the second person that came up in the session cursed this woman that I'm working with by doing a blood money sacrifice at the waters. I said, "Where'd you get the blood?" From South Africa. She bought 5 baby hearts, and they were $1,200 per heart. That's how much they don't value children in Uganda. So I said, "What does the site look like? What's the cover? What do you advertise?" Adoption. I can't believe this came up twice in the same session. But that's where these witches are getting their blood. They're buying the blood. She also bought monkey's blood. You can order that too. They're sending them in vials. But okay, so let me tell you about the second one. So she would look at the adoption site, pick the child she wanted, and a handler would get the child. The child would go from Uganda to California to Compton to a funeral. The handler would take the child to a funeral home and then do what they needed to do to come up with the blood and the, what else did she give her? She wanted blood and a heart. The funeral director took care of that. He was a black man. She saw a black man in Compton and at a funeral home doing this to children. But he was a handler. She just said, I don't know what other children he does this or whoever else he does this for, but he sends the heart and the blood to her, and then she does her sacrifices with it, and she does her sacrifices on behalf of other people. So when people come to her and they want her to do these rituals, she's using that blood from the child that's just been snuffed at the funeral home. Okay, so I said all this to say, I'm not going to bed with this by myself. I'm giving this to you, okay? So all you people who are doing your little mission trips to Uganda and you act like you're really helping children, you need to do a whole lot more than what you're doing. Stop faking like you're really doing some missions, because you're not. You're not if you're not taking children off of some altars, okay? All right. They need more than just shoes. They need intervention, okay?